Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a good old-fashioned Sephora haul. Yay. So every year around this time, Sephora has their annual holiday savings event where you can get a discount on everything at Sephora depending on your tier. And this is always the time of year that I like to just like explore, stock up on some products, have some fun. And this year was no different. I definitely had some fun at Sephora this afternoon. By the way, normally I do recommendations for the sale, but I actually just posted my favorite products from every single top brand at Sephora. I did it in two parts. It's my last two videos, and believe it or not, I actually didn't even realize that the Sephora sale was coming up when I filmed those. It just ended up being really good timing, and so I thought it would be a little bit redundant if I also did a recommendations video. So I just want to put it out there that if you are looking for more recommendations for the sale, I will put those two videos in the description box for you guys to check out. But today we are going to be going through everything that I personally purchased this afternoon when I went to go shop at Sephora, and I'm not wearing makeup, which can only mean one thing. I'm putting stuff on my face. Let me know if you're picking up anything during the sale and what you think of all the products that I'm talking about today. Let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna just start off first with the things that I can't put on my face. So one of my favorite things to look at during this time of year are the holiday sets that Sephora comes out with, because sometimes there's some really awesome sets that have some pretty good value. And immediately I saw this guy from Youth to the People, and this is the Cleanse Your Way set. And you get a full-size kale and green tea spinach vitamin superfood cleanser, as well as a little mini like travel size version of it. This is one of my favorite cleansers. I was planning on picking up one of these anyway during the sale, but when I saw this kit and I realized that it was pretty much the same price as just this one cleanser, I was like, oh, might as well just get the kit. Travel size skincare is just always good to have, especially for obviously traveling. So I'm happy to have one of my favorite cleansers back in my life because it's been a while. I just really like this cleanser because it's really effective, but I don't find that it strips the skin too much. It doesn't make my skin feel extra dry, but it makes it feel very, very, very clean. Look at this. This is the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask, but it's massive. Do you see how large and in charge this is? You've got 32 ounces of product in here, which is a whole lot of deep conditioning mask. And it even comes with a little pump at the top. I'm so happy that they decided to come out with this jumbo version of the mask, because when I use this mask, I use it as a conditioner. I don't just use it as a once in a while hair mask. I use it every single time I wash my hair. And so I would go through the little mask tubs so quickly. So I'm so happy to have this giant version of the Don't Despair Repair mask, because this is definitely going to last me a whole lot longer, and it's just so much more convenient rather than having to purchase so many masks all the time. I will say it's very expensive. It was about $150, I think, which is crazy. But if you consider how much product you get in here compared to how much each individual mask is from like the normal size, it makes sense, but it's still really expensive for one shot. So it did kind of hurt my soul just a little bit to purchase it. But with the discount, it does make it a little bit better. And I know I'm gonna be getting all the use out of this. So I'm very, very excited about this massive big boy. So that's actually all of the skincare and hair care that I picked up. So let's get into the makeup now. I feel like I'm really late to the party with this foundation. This is the Triclone Skin Tech Foundation from Haus Labs, and I've been hearing such great things about this. This was actually the first time that I saw an entire display of Haus Labs makeup, so it was really exciting to actually see everything in person, and I'm happy that I did too, because shade matching this was a little bit confusing. There are a lot of shades in this collection, and honestly the shade that I got really doesn't match me 100% perfectly. I should have gotten something a little bit lighter. They just didn't have it in stock, and I didn't want to order it online, so I got it anyway. And I figured I'll be able to make it work. So I ended up getting 160 Light Neutral. So this is supposed to be a medium coverage, buildable, luminous, second skin finish, ultra fluid, weightless foundation. You got all the keywords in here, and it also says that it's infused with 20 plus skincare ingredients. This is what the foundation looks like. I really love the bottle. It's a really beautiful frosted bottle. Looks very luxe. You got the Haus Labs logo on top. My skin currently is freshly moisturized, but I am gonna put a little bit of primer on just because I've been using this underneath all of my foundations. So I'm gonna take my Tula Filter Primer. This is a slightly blurring and moisturizing primer. It's not going to affect the foundation at all. It doesn't have any silicones in it or anything. And it also adds a little bit of warmth to my skin, which I kind of need because like I said, the shade that I got doesn't match me perfectly. I'm gonna do 2 pumps, about that much. Let's see what that gets me. Honestly, the shade actually may match me well. Oh, I'll be fine. This is actually perfect. I don't know what I was thinking. For some reason in store, it looked so much darker, but I think this will actually be perfect. I'm gonna use my MAC 170 brush and just see what this does. Oh my God, guys, this is literally a perfect foundation match. Wow, crisis averted. Okay, I'm really liking the way this is already applying. Oh damn, that looks really nice. Know what this is reminding me of immediately? The Chanel foundation, this one, the Vitalumiere Radiant Moisture Rich Fluid Foundation. I've been wearing this a lot over the last few days, so I'm very familiar with it right now. And immediately this reminded me of the way that one applies. Holy shit, that actually looks really good. I did not use even half of what I pumped out on the back of my hand, and it covered up my entire face flawlessly. That is what I like to see, a little product that goes a long way. Fantastic. I did purposefully decide to film in front of natural light today because I knew I would be testing out base products, and it's always better for you guys to actually be able to see what the base products look like in natural light. And I mean, look at this. This is actually really, really impressive. Everything is looking really natural and hydrating. It doesn't look overly glowy. It definitely doesn't look matte. It has a very, very just natural finish. The coverage is what really impressed me. Like, I used such a small amount and it's spread across my face like butter. It also feels really nice. It does not feel heavy at all, especially considering I didn't have to use a lot of product to build up that coverage. And I was able to get like such a flawless look with such a small amount of product. It feels super lightweight on the skin and just really nice and moisturizing. The next complexion product that I picked up is from Milk. This is the Future Fluid All Over Cream Concealer. So it's their brand new concealer. It says that it's a medium to full coverage and it's supposed to soothe and hydrate. Just a little side note, the shades for this definitely look a lot darker in the photos and like on the packaging than they actually are. So definitely keep that in mind, especially if you're shopping online or even in store. Just make sure to like open up the concealer and look at it, and don't just go off of what the outside color looks like or the pictures, because they just looked really, really off to me. So this is what the concealer looks like. Very, very cute packaging. Ooh, have a nice little pointy doe foot applicator. This matches my skin tone pretty closely. I didn't get a super brightening shade, but I do really like the undertone of this. It is very neutral. That also looks really, really nice. I feel like it's blending and meshing really nicely with the Haus foundation. Definitely has a medium to full coverage. It covered up my dark circles underneath my eyes very easily. It's also looking really nice and hydrating. For any base product, you cannot know if it's going to be good in the first 5 seconds. So it could look really, really great right now, but in a couple hours, it can look really terrible. So I'm definitely gonna have to wait and see. We're gonna do a wear test. And just in case you're new here and you didn't know, I do have dry skin, but everything is looking really good on all of my dry patches. It's not accentuating anything or separating or doing any weird things. Everything is just looking very smooth. I am gonna put just a hair of setting powder on just because that's what I always do. So I'm gonna use my Kosas Cloud Set. And I'm just gonna set my under eyes very lightly. This is a very fluffy brush, so I'm not packing it on. And on the center of my face. Okay, I'm very, very excited to try this next product. This is another Haus Labs product, and this is her Power Sculpt Velvet Bronzer. When I was swatching them in store, they reminded me quite a bit of like the Hourglass bronzers because they all had like such a nice glow to them. Try not to destroy the boxes because I want to film a TikTok video unboxing everything, and it's making my life really difficult because normally I would just rip them open. No aesthetically pleasing TikTok for me today. I had to rip it. Ooh, pretty packaging. This is what it looks like. So I got the shade Light Level 3. It's funny because when Haus Labs first released and they released on Amazon, I bought some stuff and I was really not impressed. I felt like the packaging felt really cheap, honestly, and it just didn't feel like great quality makeup. And they've definitely rebranded since, and I feel like everything just feels so much more luxe. Detail and everything is just really nice. You have a magnetic closure. This is what I would expect. This is what the bronzer looks like. It has this really nice glow to it, but there's not really any visible shimmer as far as I'm able to see. So I'm hoping it's just gonna give me an all over glow. Ooh, I like this compact. This is a nice mirror. You can never underestimate a good compact. I like how it stays up. This is really nice. This is a perfect mirror to do makeup in. It's a good size where I can actually see my entire face too. I'm gonna take this fluffy brush. It was hard to choose which shade I wanted to get. There were a lot of options, but Light 3 looked like a nice compromise, not too deep and not too light for my skin tone. And I definitely think that this was a good choice. It's looking like it's suiting my skin tone really nicely. This is applying in a very like creamy way. It's not super powdery and it's laying on the skin almost like a cream. It's definitely not a super pigmented bronzer. Like, it's not giving me a whole lot of payoff, but I do actually like that. I feel like it's giving me a very natural look, and I'm able to kind of build it up slightly. I'm gonna take the other end and just kind of bronze the sides of my nose. I love that. I feel like it gave me a really nice veil of bronze, not too intense. I like that. Oh, you know what? Before I move forward, I'm actually gonna put on a little bit of lip balm because I have another lip that I'm gonna wanna put on later, and I wanna get use out of everything that I bought. This is the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm, and I got the shade Poppy. I love the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balms, especially for day to day. They're very, very hydrating. I love when they come out with the tinted ones because they're so great. And this shade Poppy looks pretty new to me. I've never seen it, so I decided to pick it up. Ooh. Oh yeah. And it also smells a little fruity. Oh my God, this is going directly into my purse. Oh, I like that. It gives a really, really soft hint of color. That's super pretty. Yay, I'm happy I picked that up. Okay, so for blush, I picked up another Rose Ink Cream blush. This is the shade Dahlia. Wait a second. Am I stupid? I have this color. What's wrong with me? Okay, wait, I made a mistake. For some reason, when I saw Dahlia, I was like, oh, I've never tried that one before. It looks so pretty. Nope, I have this in my collection. Let me see if I actually have it that I can put on. Okay, I don't know where my Dahlia blush is, so you know what? I'm just gonna open it, I'm gonna use it, and I'm just gonna gift it to my mom. She'll be very, very happy. So this is what it looks like. It's a very, very intense, very deep berry red, and just dot it very lightly on my cheeks. It's a pretty intense color, so you definitely don't need a whole lot. Oh, but it's so pretty. My mom's gonna be thrilled that I'm gifting this to her. I almost forgot about this very bougie blush that I got. I got a product from Gucci. This is the Cheeks and Eye Powder Luminous Matte Blush, and I ended up getting the shade 06 Warm Berry. I have heard nothing about this, but I actually asked you guys on Instagram to send me any product recommendations or anything that you wanted me to try, and I got a couple people actually saying that they wanted me to test out the new Gucci blushes, and they had literally one in stock at my Sephora, and this was it. Luckily, it was actually the color that I wanted to get, but they didn't really have much selection. But this packaging, first and foremost, is so beautiful. I love the little stars, and this is the color that I got. It's kind of like a muted plum, and it's considered a luminous matte, which is interesting. Feels so smooth. So pigmented. I barely even touched it. Oh wow, that even swatched really nicely. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna use this Refer brush. This is 04. Ooh, that's intense. Layered on top of Dahlia, it's slightly intense, but the color is really beautiful. Ooh, that is applying stunningly. It is so smooth. See this glow? Whoa, that is actually kind of unexpected. I guess this is luminous matte. For the eyes, I finally picked up the new Rose Ink Creams. This is the Satin and Shimmer Duet eyeshadow, and I got the shade Satin Copper and Copper Shimmer. I'm a little bit nervous to try these because I mentioned on my Instagram stories that I picked up one of these, and a lot of people were saying that they actually don't like them, so now I'm very hesitant about it. There's a couple different shades in this collection. I ended up going with the copper one just because I feel like this is one that I would probably wear the most. I'm gonna take a slightly flat, slightly fluffy synthetic brush, and I'm gonna grab the brown, put this all over the lid. So this is not matte, by the way. I'm realizing immediately this definitely has a little bit of like a metallic sheen to it. Kind of has like a pinkish shift almost. I'm just gonna take it with my finger and see how that applies it. Okay, I understand why people weren't such a fan of this. This is a very dry cream. It's making it not difficult to apply, but it's something that you kind of have to build up. Typically with creams, they're not really products that you normally have to build up very much, but this seems to be the exception. It doesn't seem like I'm able to get like a very like smooth, opaque finish right off the bat. I really have to kind of work the product onto my eye to get it to look how I want it to. So already just not in love with the formula, but I do like the result. Now I'm gonna take the sparkly shade. That's not a cream. That is a powder. This is a cream and this is a powder. For some reason I thought they were both creams, but that is not the case. I'm just gonna dot a little bit of the powder just on my lid. Gives a very like sparse, sparkly effect. The end result is pretty, but I totally understand why I got so many DMs of people telling me that they weren't super impressed with the formula because my immediate reaction is the same. Like, I just feel like it's dry and it's just not anything too crazy special. I think I might actually return that. So the last two products that I picked up were both lip products, and this is such a throwback. I can't believe I actually specifically went to pick up the Benetint because this is a product that has really come back around. This product was so incredibly popular back in the day, like OG beauty guru times, like everybody was obsessed with this. And then over the last, like, I don't know, 10 years, I have no idea how long it's been, but for a really long time, this hasn't really been like an ultra popular product, but it's really coming back around right now, especially with TikTok. So many people are talking about this again and really loving it. Back in the day, I remember not being like the biggest fan of this product, but I am so willing to give this another shot. I remember it being a little bit on the drier side, but it says right here that it's non-drying. Maybe the formula has changed a little bit, I don't know, but like I said, I really want to try it again. So if you're not familiar with this product, this is a stain. You can use it on your cheeks and you can also use it on your lips. I didn't really get this so much for a cheek stain. I really wanted to get it for a lip stain because the idea of being able to just stain my lips and then have a color for the entire day sounds really nice. I've even seen people not just put it on their lips, but also line their lips with it. I feel so nostalgic right now. In case you're not familiar, it's a liquid. It has this little like paintbrush. It basically looks like a little nail polish applicator, and you just paint it on the lips. The smell of this is really bringing me back. You can literally taste the rose petals. It's really intense. It's like tickling my lips. It's so ticklish. It gave the lightest tint to my lips. Like, it just added a little bit of life, a little bit of color to the lips. Something you're able to build up though. It looks super natural. I'm excited to play around with this a little bit more. The last product that I picked up is the Dior Lip Glow Oil, and I got the shade 007 Raspberry. I really wanted to pick up another lip oil because these really are one of my most worn types of lip products for day to day. I love a lip oil, and I really want to get a new shade. So Raspberry looks like this. I have a bunch of these already, so I'm very familiar with the formula, and I love them. I'm just gonna finish off the lip by lining it with a little bit of MAC Spice. I feel like this lip combo gives very lip filler vibes. Like, I just got my lips done. I don't have lip filler, but this combo makes it feel like I do. And I kind of love it. I'm gonna go off camera now and do my brows and mascara, and I'll be back to show you guys the finished look and give you my final thoughts. I just went in to take out these little hair clips that I've been wearing for this entire video, and I put them right back in because I genuinely prefer the way my hair looks with these clips in. Is that weird? Maybe it's a little bit weird. So safe to say I'm very happy with everything that I picked up today. I feel like everything is looking so nice. This was definitely a very successful haul. My skin is still looking like flawless. So good. I'm very impressed. Like, the foundation, the concealer, everything is just sitting so nicely. But like I said, I mean, it's been like not that long. I'll give you guys an update at the end of the day and let you know how it wears once I've worn this for a couple hours. The one thing I'm not such a fan of, which I think was obvious as I mentioned, was the eyeshadow, and I'm also disappointed that I purchased something that I already own. Fast forward to the update. Wow, I'm currently sitting in my very messy second bedroom, so please ignore everything that is going on behind me. It's now 8 p.m. I have been wearing all of this makeup for the last, I think it's been about 8 hours now, so it's pretty solid wear time. And honestly, guys, like, don't really have much to update you. Everything looks pretty much the same. I just ate a ginormous sandwich, so the makeup around my mouth is a little bit rubbed off purely because of that. But besides that, my skin is looking very much intact, so the foundation has held up beautifully. It hasn't worn off really anywhere besides around my mouth. It also hasn't really settled. The concealer is also looking really good. Just everything is looking exactly as it should. It's absolutely dry skin approved, at least my dry skin approved. Same with the concealer. I can totally see myself wearing this foundation for when I want to go out and I want a little bit more coverage. This isn't really like an everyday foundation for me, but for when I want that coverage, this is perfect. It hasn't become too glowy. It still feels really good. My lip is completely gone. Like I said, I just ate a ginormous sandwich. So there was no way that that stain was lasting through that, which I feel like is kind of normal. And that's really all the updates that I have for you guys. I'm gonna go jump in the shower, which is why I'm wearing a bathrobe currently. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.